My teachings are based on my experiences, my raw, candid, authentic truth. Anyone can learn from what I've learned. This is me, my story, my methods, my healing, my overcoming. Thank you for stopping by.
Emotional intelligence. That will be my topic today. I've had so many conversations as of recent about emotional intelligence and what that means, right? And so, what is emotional intelligence? It is making a decision based on your desired outcome in life, not on your desired outcome for the moment, not on making a decision out of emotion, but making decisions based on where you want to be in life, right? What do I mean by that? For example, I go to the store, somebody pisses me off, I slap them in the face, I go back to jail. Now that's taking me away from where I want to be in life, which is the big stage, which is doing TED Talks, which is being an international motivational speaker. I've let one situation predict or dictate, right, how I'm going to react, and now I have to deal with the consequences. But when we talk about emotional intelligence, we are weighing out our consequences. We're saying, okay, is my reaction to this worth, okay, what I would lose or gain based on my desire? If you react to something and it's going to help you move closer to that you desire, then I'm all for it. But if you react to something and it's going to take you away or diminish or regress or make you be less than what you've been called to be or than what you know to be, right? And you're acting out of the moment, out of emotion, then that's something we have to stray away from. And then also emotional intelligence is understanding the emotion and the intelligence of others. Sometimes we get all riled up because we're reacting to somebody who's riled up, or we get riled up because we're reacting to someone who is not using the full capacity of their intelligence. And now we're allowing our energy to be diminished. We're allowing our light to be dimmed because we are not using emotional intelligence by surveying and looking at the entire situation and saying, you know what? I am more than this situation. I desire more than this situation. This situation is for but only a moment. This feeling that I'm feeling is for only but a moment. This thing that's going on is going to pass away, and yet I still have to live. I still have to be. I still have to become. There are things that I still want to happen in my life that if I make the wrong decision, I might get delayed or even denied from the future that's in my heart, from the purpose that God has for my life. And so we have to be emotionally intelligent enough to say emotions are just they're bystanders. They come, they wave, and they go. You might feel happy right now. Happy is an emotion. You might feel sad right now. Sad is an emotion. But nobody feels just one emotion all the time. Our emotions, they sway, they come, they go. They are dependent upon circumstances, dependent upon environments, dependent upon who's there, who isn't there. But when we tap into who we genuinely are, character is different than emotion. Your character is genuine. Your character is what you do on a consistent basis that makes up who you are, right? Your character is what you stand for. It's your values. It's what defines you. It's the definition of you. Your emotions don't define you. You might be defined as emotional because you're always reacting in an emotional way, or you're always reacting with or to emotion, but emotions don't define you. Who you are, who you were called to be, who God called you to be. If God called you to lead, if God called you to teach, if God called you to sing, if God called you to be a prophet, whatever he called you to do, if he called you to be an example to the people in the streets, whatever he called you to do, that's who you are. And everything that you do that aligns with what he called you to do, that's what aligns with your true character. That's what aligns with what God called you to do, right? And so that's what we have to lean more towards and use emotional intelligence and say, okay, it's what I'm doing right now. It's who I'm connecting to. It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm looking at. It's what that I'm allowing into my energy. Is it adding to, is it increasing the purpose that God has put in my life, is it aligning with, is it on the same page as where God would have me to go, or what he would have me to do, or what he would have me to be saying, right? And it's not always easy. Why? Because we're also human. We are spiritual beings having that human experience, and in this human experience, frustration, anger, rage, misunderstanding, all of that is part of the human experience. But it's the intelligent part is being wise enough, having enough self-control not to react in the moment. There are times where I want to curse people flat out, but before I curse you flat out, I will block you. Before I curse you flat out, I won't say anything to you. What your mama say? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. You have to have enough strength and enough maturity not to say anything back at all, and just to let it blow over until you can get in a space. And I tell people all the time, if I can't say it out of love, because I want all things that I do to be out of love and out of a pure intention. If I can't correct you out of love, if I can't respond to you out of love, then I won't say that. It might take me a month. But I know that is emotional intelligence, saying that you might have come to me any kind of way out of your own emotional misconceptions. But when I respond back to you, I want to use emotional intelligence. I want to use the wisdom that God has bestowed upon me. I want to use my common sense. I want to use morality. I want to use decency. I want to use love, right? And respond back to you, and not just get all willy-nilly with things, right? And so that's a word that's been coming up a lot, is emotional intelligence. How to understand yourself, how to understand others, how to know when and how to react, and why to react and why not to react. And once you really understand those things, there's nothing that can stop you, because now you're a people person. Now you know better how to deal with people. Now you know better how to deal with yourself. And when you can conquer you and anything else in your way, you become unstoppable.
Want to read about my transformation journey and find out how you too can overcome any obstacle? Visit Amazon right now to purchase my book, What is Too Much? How to Do Too Much the Right Way.